Hi, Chris Mc Loone here with Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment. I'm down in Raleigh, North Carolina right now. I am here at the F.I.E.R.O Fire Station Design Symposium, and I just wanted to go over a few things I learned during the course of the day that kind of struck me as neat fire station features. We had a lot of speakers, but there were a lot of common threads, health and safety in the fire station, and how things that you do in the fire station can improve the health and safety of our firefighters was a major theme. But there were also a few station features that I really liked that just kind of struck me throughout the day. One of them was a feature in a station of hanging photos of past chiefs in the conference room at the firehouse. I liked this. I just thought it was kind of a neat thing. It kind of preserves some of the history of the fire department within the station, and so that one I just kind of liked. Second was displaying, of course, of antique fire apparatus. The one we saw one picture of a hose reel suspended from the ceiling. We saw another picture of an antique rig parked in the vestibule area. Just ways to preserve the history of your fire company or fire department and allow the public kind of to see where you have come from. Third was this one was a more practical one for training, a confined space prop. Not really a prop, but an area to train. This is not a new thing, but what I liked about this particular station was that they put it out on the front apron. There was a manhole cover out on the front apron. They had a large front apron, so there's a lot of room to work. A little different feel than maybe using a mezzanine within the station. Of course, you're exposed to the elements, but at the same time, nice idea. And apparently there were a network of tunnels underneath that people could get around in. Another one was this was a pretty practical one. A red light, and I'm not saying that any of these are brand spanking new. I'm sure there's people saying, yeah, we already do that. But one of them was a red light and a green light for leaving the firehouse. Can do a lot of damage to a door if it's not all the way up. If it has slid down just a little bit, you're not aware. I know when I was talking to a vendor last night, I was saying how I usually stick my head out the window and look up before I will leave with the fire truck. But this certainly is just another easy, practical way of making it clear. And there are ways to also install these on the outside of the firehouse, so when you're backing in, it's safe to come back in. Finally, power to your gear racks. A year or so ago, I participated in a panel at an apparatus manufacturer's sales meeting, and one of the things that another panelist brought up was a feature in fire apparatus that he had never thought of before, or he had never been requested before of him to include in a spec, and that is USB ports in the seats. It was, our younger firefighters have mobile devices, and they wanted a way to be able to charge those mobile devices in the truck. Was something he had not thought about before. In this case, we were talking about running power to your gear racks. Again, not something that we see all the time, but probably something that's going to become more prevalent, certainly. So those were 4 or 5 features of fire stations that I picked up on yesterday. A lot of great fire station designs in the room as you walk around, and just wanted to kind of share my thoughts on that with you. Again, this has been Chris Mc Loone, Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment, and I'll talk to you soon.